All right, hello everyone. I'm running a little bit behind schedule. Sorry about that. Today I'll be training on NA. They asked for Slothosaur, or Wing 2. So it's going to be another Wing 2. Sorry if you're bored of that, but let me go hop into the voice call and load into Guild Wars. Hello.
Hello.
Sorry I'm running behind. Who all are we missing? I see 6 people are here. Right, I'm playing Alacrity. Alright, we'll give them another minute before I'll just actually have to swap up all the pings. You guys will stay in it, but your roles might change. Alright. So we need a new druid. Is anyone here new that wanted a druid? I will swap to druid. Oh, Mango's typing, probably telling me he can't make it. So we need a new druid. I'll be on druid and then I ping the vizier. Camille, can I have you actually swap over to heal quickness?
Sure.
Um, and we'll just not run banners. Druid is covered. My quickness is stack, so we're good on quickness. Good on alacrity. And then we just need God, I hate improvising groups. Druid, heal quick, quickness. Vizier's on alacrity, Mango's on alacrity. No banners. Frick's on DPS. We need another DPS. Ache's on DPS and Illin's on DPS. We just need 2 more people.
Oh, my game crashed. Give me a second.
No worries.
Were you in the raid portal room when it crashed on you?
Yes.
Yeah, I got kicked out twice when I was sitting in there, so I've just been sitting right outside the portal.
Makes sense.
Just relieved to know it wasn't just me.
Uh-oh. Welcome, Game Wolf. We're not doing Matthias in particular. We're just doing Wing 2. So it usually just ends up being a Slothosaur training because he's a very difficult first boss. But if we get to Matthias, we will be doing Matthias. It'll be a little bit better than on EU because I can actually swap to Heal Scourge. Let me type the squad join command. And then I will load into... Actually, no, I need to swap to Druid.
Moose, I'm here.
I thought you stole my Matthias description. Oh, no. I think the first time I heard Part 2 Electric Boogaloo was in a Magic video. I know it's like a reference to some old, like, 80s movie no one watched. Like a dance movie. Did I make us a raid? I did make us a raid. Hopefully I don't crash when loading in.
According to the intelligence,
We
this
take
cave
it to
system leads
this.
deeper into the complex. The missing squad leader is somewhere inside, along with whatever else the
How many
bandits
new
are
people
guarding.
do I have for
Keep your
this?
eyes open for anything that might lead us
I
in
am
the
new.
right direction.
Hello, I'm
or
new.
tell us more about our
You
enemy.
as well.
Okay, then we will leave search and rescue on. Squad troops there. Let me double check my alacrity.
There we go. So Moose, I have done this once before, so I'm not completely new. Cleared all the way up to Matthias with you. Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Somebody has a bunch of, or like a feedback loop. I can hear your background. Vizier, would you mind going push to talk for me?
I just turned off my clock.
Oh, sounds good.
It's gonna lose my views, but whatever.
It's gonna lose your fuse.
Views.
Oh.
It's refreshing. Was that supposed to happen? Find an exit. And try not to annoy that monstrosity. You're finished.
Maybe I was the illusion all along.
Protected. Hurts, doesn't it?
Hello there, good luck to NA trainees. May they fare better and beat Matthias. I feel very confident that we're probably clearing Matthias today. As long as I get these subgroups in order, and as long as the people who said that they were coming are actually coming. Alright. Who's the other person that said they were coming? As we're now like 20 minutes past when we're supposed to be starting. Okay, let me sort who's where. Bingo's coming on a lack. Who's my other quickness provider at Stack?
I moved to heal quick.
Yeah. But Stack didn't.
Yeah,
There's
so-
Stack. Throw all the Mesmers in my subgroup. There we go. And are we just missing DPS?
It looks like, yeah, you pinged Necrosoda, which isn't here.
Alright. I am just going to LFG it because we are too far behind. Let me grab the Discord invite. Oh yeah, we have a new Discord invite link. Have fun.
I think someone just quickly dipped in and out.
That did happen while I had my head turned, didn't it?
Yep.
All right. How's everyone doing? While we wait for 1 DPS.
Not bad.
Also, if anyone in chat wants to join us, you're welcome. We either need a DPS or a
Banner slave.
banners, or you could take druid from me. Really, anything works. All right.
Looks like we did
We
get a
found
banner
them.
slave.
Well, we got a warrior.
Yep, that's right.
Alright, so welcome to Slothosaur. This boss is frequently called the pub killer because it has a lot of punishing mechanics and a lot of fail states. I need all my DPS to type either 1, 2, 3, or 4 into chat. Preferably not the same numbers. Awesome. Thea, since you typed 1, you are my first mushroom. What that means is when the fight, or we want to start the fight, you're going to press F on this mushroom. It's going to turn you into a member of the enemy team, meaning we can completely just kill you outright. However, we don't want to do that because if you look into this room, 1 second, my headset's dying. Alright, sorry, headset dying no more. If you look into this room, you'll see it's filled with poison, and it's our job for the people eating mushrooms to press F on the mushroom. It turns you into little slubling, which love to eat these little mushrooms I'm standing over. You'll press 1 to channel and eat, and you will nom it just like Pac-Man. However, we do want to eat in a particular direction. So what you're going to do, my first one, you're going to eat this one right here, and then you're going to eat a straight line till circle. However, you do not want to actually eat you want to keep circle covered in poison. The reason for that is circle is roughly where the next mushroom spawns. And if we make it so it's not in poison, then our group is probably going to be keeping the boss on top of the mushroom. They'll eat it, they'll be an enemy team, and they'll just immediately get cleaved and killed. So we don't want that to happen. So for all my mushroom eaters, make sure you eat till right before your marker. And then when you have to eat, you'll just dodge into the poison, press F, become an enemy, and you will nom mushrooms in a linear path to the next marker. There's many ways to do this fight. This is the way I am choosing to teach, because it's a little bit safer. Alright. Any questions for my mushroom eaters? Mushroom 2, you have this easiest job. You only have to eat 2.
And I'm going circle to heart.
Yep. So 1 is eating from arrow to circle. 2 is eating from circle to heart. 3 is eating from heart to square. Square is eating from square to... 4 is eating from square to arrow. And hopefully we don't need to do many loops. Depending on our DPS, we'll either have to do a third of a loop, 3/4 of a loop, or a loop and a half. Alright, any questions on eating? Perfect. Now for the boss itself. The boss has a lot of particular mechanics, but none are that complicated. So the first thing that you're going to notice when that mushroom gets tanked is one of us is going to hear a little doot and get a purple diamond over their head. That means that you are the fixate for the next like 30-ish seconds, maybe a minute. Unsure. It changes pretty frequently. All this means is you decide where the boss is standing and where the boss is pointing. The reason that's important is occasionally you'll see steam coming off of him. This indicates that he's about to do a flame breath. We want to make sure that our fixate is not in the group of people, because our group of people probably aren't going to be paying attention, and they're just going to get destroyed by that flame breath. So what my fixate should do is stand on the other side of the boss as the group. And then when you see that steam going off, he is locked in place, and you can just sidestep him. Or just run over to the side, he'll breathe fire, and then you go back to where he was before. The third thing he is going to do, and it's actually the first thing he's going to do when he comes over to us, is going to be called temper tantrums. He's going to start banging his fist on the ground like a little baby. At this point, we will be 3 AoEs will be placed underneath us. It's important that we are not running around while this happens, because these AoEs do a little bit of damage, but they do stun you for 10 seconds. So if you're running all around, then all these AoEs are stacked or are everywhere, and it becomes hard for them to avoid. If you are in stack, this is where they get a little deadly, because we're going to be placing like 24 of them in a group. They become a little scary, and they'll actually just one-shot you. So what I want you to do is, as soon as you see either the ground just turn purple from all this AoEs or the boss doing a temper tantrum, you're going to count to 2, and I want you to dodge into the poison. Why we dodge into the poison, you ask? And that's because nobody is going to be dropping AoEs into the poison, because that means you have to stand in the poison. People don't like standing in pain. Also, don't immediately run back in, because the AoEs do linger a little bit. So make sure that you don't just run in and get stunned. Any questions? Perfect. Going back to the fixate that I was talking about, the reason I delayed this is after the first tantrums, what I want you to do is just turn away and follow our slubling who is eating. The reason for this is Slothosaur animation locks himself quite often, and we want to keep him at the most forward safe area, because these mushrooms do respawn behind us eventually. And so if you're just like walking backwards slowly and attacking, Slothosaur is not going to be where we want him to be. Every 20% of the place that we get, or every 20% of the boss's health is going to be a CC phase, and this is why we want our fixate to be turning and running, as we don't want him to be stuck in place fixated, or needing to get CC'd in a bad location. So all you'll do in this phase is CC the boss. For my firebrands, can I have you take stand your ground? The reason for this is once we break the CC bar, he is going to wake up, roar because we interrupted his nap, and fear all of us. What you'll want to do is, about when it's at like 10 or 20% of that CC bar remaining, you're going to activate SYG, give us all stability, and then we will ignore all that. Alright. So, the next thing that happens is whenever a slub eats a mushroom, at the end of being a slub, it's going to spawn an ad. And these ads are going to spawn in the center of the room, and they shoot projectiles that corrupt our boons. It's for this reason that I will want my mesmers to take focus in your offhand. And this is going to let us pull the slubs right to us.
Except for me, right? You still want me riding staff.
Yes, except for my staff
Activate
mirage.
Mirage.
Yeah. It's double activating your focus 4 to pull everything towards us. Firebrands can also activate or use your Axe 3. I couldn't remember the name of the weapon. To kind of pull them into us. Just be mindful that you do not pull one of our friendly slublings, as it will get them killed and it will be sad. Alright, the last and final mechanic I'm going to touch on, because I've been talking for a while, is poisons. Throughout the fight, people are going to get special action keys, and what this does is it means you have been poisoned, and in about like 15 seconds, or 10 seconds, you are going to drop a poison of underneath you, or unless you go downstate. This poison is a small AoE that grows pretty frequent or pretty fast until it takes up about half of the arena, which is like 80%, which is why all I want you to do, if you have it, is you are going to run to a wall somewhat behind us. I don't want you running too far away. Activate your special action key to drop it and rejoin the group. And that is all you have to do. You also have a giant skull over your head, signifying that you have this mechanic. Alright, any questions? No, we don't need feedback. We have plenty of poll classes. We'll need feedback for the final boss of this wing, but...
I'm counting right now, only eat 4.
Yep. Alright, start us off.
What's going on?
Are you okay? You look different. We'll deal with the big guy while you clear the room.
Alright, tantrums are coming. This is tantrums and dodge.
Did that hurt?
Make sure we pick our friends up.
Search and rescue.
There's flame breath. Fixate, I need you running. Tantrums have happened. I want you running. Follow tag. Fixate, I want you like standing right here, right now. Come to tag, Fixate. Perfect. Watch this flame breath.
Knowledge is power.
Alright. Get ready for CC and CC. You stand your ground?
Stand your ground. Sharp blade, sharp mind.
Perfect. Shrub 2, go ahead and eat.
Poison circle's really appropriate.
You're weak.
You're going to eat that one right next to you. Dodge these. And then
What?
Me down.
it's a channel eat.
Yeah, I caught that at the end.
And then you are done eating. And so if you don't eat that, just press 5 to transform back. Alright, Fixate, come to where I am standing. Fixate to where I'm standing.
Have the diamond over
Yeah.
your head, you're fixate. There we go. Controlling mass phase.
Okay, this is a CC. Quickly CC. Fixate, come back towards us. Do not eat yet. Use SYG. Perfect. Next room, go ahead and eat. And we will want to be moving with him. Watch these tantrums.
We're through. Search and rescue.
I require assistance.
We need to be moving. You guys are standing in poison. Okay, here's a mechanic. Double dodge. I didn't explain this one, because I didn't think we'd get this far. You guys did it really well.
Talents.
Okay, you're done eating.
Up poison.
Go ahead and use any pulls you have. Pick our friends up. Watch flame breath. Don't be in front of it. Shroom 4, go ahead and eat. No more pulls. Make sure we're cleaving these guys near us. CC. SYG. Good job. Follow me, follow me. We're moving, we're moving, we're moving. Watch tantrums. You're done eating. Coconuts, double dodge. Alright, let's go ahead and GG. Phenomenal pull. I didn't even explain that mechanic, and you guys avoided it pretty well the first time. Scumlord, it depends. I say double dodge, because if you're too far away, you have to get in. Or if you dodge too early, you can still get hit by the spores. All right. So, any questions up until before that thing that I said about double dodging? Okay. Good job. So, once the boss hits 60%, he adds a new move to his arsenal. He doesn't do it immediately. The new mechanic is called shakes or coconuts. So what he is going to do is shake like a dog, and it's going to fire a bunch of spores in the air that look like coconuts. What you're going to want to do is double dodge and try and get your last dodge to end in the hitbox of Slothosaur. Because what happens is a bunch of spores fire outward from him, and so after all the spores have left him, the center of him is a safe spot. The tell for this is often you'll just see Slothosaur just standing there and not really attacking. That means he's about to do a mechanic, and the mechanic is any of three things. So the first one is Flame Breath. You'll notice that then smoke comes off of him, meaning that it's Flame Breath. He'll start smacking his fist on the ground, and that means that it's Temper Tantrum. And then if he starts shaking, then that means it's Coconuts.
Oh, sorry, DC'd.
Okay, were you in call to still hear me?
Yes, I was. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's just Guild Wars DC. Back to the loading screen.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I was just figuring out my mic.
Alright, we'll wait for you guys to load in. Does anyone have any questions on shakes or coconuts? Also, word of advice, if you only have one dodge left, maybe you were coming back from dropping a poison,
You're a
or you
mirage.
fat finger dodge, you can just dodge or like wait a half a second for the coconuts and then dodge into his hitbox. Alright, I will do a ready check.
It's displeased.
How'd that feel?
So get ready for Temper Tantrums. I don't want you guys hitting by this one, because we know this one's coming. And dodge.
Sharper still.
Okay, fixate, turn away, and run. I don't want you backpedaling. We have a new fixate. Watch Flame Breath.
Beautiful blend of talents.
Okay, that's a close poison. We should still be fine. Just everyone watch your feet. CC. Get ready. Stand your ground. Watch your feet. Shroom, go ahead and eat. And we will want to follow him. Make sure we do not kill our friend. And dodge. Watch this flame breath. Pick them up quickly, if we can. And we're moving. Use any pulls you might have to try to clear some of these guys up. Get ready for CC. Come to where I am standing. You're running way too far to drop that poison. You're going to go downstate. Once again, it's just the wall close to us, but behind us. CC, SYG. Next room, go ahead and eat, and we're moving quickly. Dodge. So see where I dropped that? That's as far away from the group as you want to be. You guys are standing in poison.
Somebody.
Okay, that's enough eating. We might get screwed by that one of those poisons. Okay, shakes are probably going to be soon. That's too far behind us. You don't even need to go that far. Dodge and dodge. Try to pick them up. Next room, go ahead and eat. Alright, if you're standing where I am, you can use pulls. You will not pull him into us. And dodge.
Back on my feet.
For our shroom, once you eat that, walk back in shroom form. Okay, never mind. Ignore what I was saying. CC? SYG? Stand where I'm standing. That's about to turn poisonous. Fixate, I need you turning running. Coconuts, dodge and dodge. Shroom 1, go ahead and eat. Make sure we do not kill our slub friend. If we do, this is a wipe. Double dot or dodge once.
I don't think well on the ground. Knowledge is power. You're finished.
Okay, come back.
Did. Came back right on top of poison.
Coconuts, dodge and dodge. Make sure we're picking our friends up. Flame breath. Use any pulls. Make sure we're cleaving these guys up. Shroom 2, if you're still here, go ahead and eat.
I'm dead.
Okay, I need anybody who is not a shroom to eat that. Anyone who's not a shroom or a healer. Drop the poison first.
I'll grab it.
You're finished.
CC. Alright, we'll go ahead and GG. We have a lot of slubs up. 20% second pull. Phenomenal job, guys. Alright. So the reason I said to drop the poison first is if you grab that mushroom while you have poison, it just drops it there. I don't think you need Signet of Domination. Our CC seems fine. It was just a little chaotic at the end. I don't think we need to change anything. We're doing fine.
Next at this moment, that air. So, those are fine.
I mean, people are just eating mechanics because they haven't seen them too much, so which
That's
is
exactly it.
fine.
I'm also very sorry. I didn't realize that you could target one of the mushrooms, and I rushing justice myself right into the middle of all the poison.
But you can target one of the mushrooms.
I ended up charging off in the middle. I must have targeted like one
I
of
think
the
you-
other ads.
I think you
And it just sent
targeted
me
a
flying.
slubbling.
Oh, okay. I just know I was standing in the middle of a bunch of poison I didn't mean to be in.
No worries. When we were over at Circle, I saw someone like run all the way over here for poison. Just letting you know, you don't need to run that far back. You'll just want to drop it kind of... It just needs to be behind us. And it doesn't even have to be that far behind us. Even like sideways to us is alright. But we are looking great. Okay, get ready for Tantrum. I don't want to see anyone getting hit by this. We know it's coming. And dodge.
You'll be doing that one for
Sharp
days.
blades, sharp mud.
Alright, could be better. I don't advise you bringing a stun break, but you can stun break out of that if it's in your kit. Fixate turning and running. Like my fixate. Yeah, just like that. And you'll just wait here. Fixate changed. New fixate, turn and run. Watch Flame Breath, it's through group. So this is the situation we're trying to avoid. Is he's so far out of position to where we want to be. CC, by the way. And SYG. Poison. Just drop it right here where I'm standing. And that's it.
Protected.
Tantrum and dodge. Next room, you need to eat. We're going to be standing in poison here soon.
Search and rescue.
Do not pull. Fixate, follow behind the next room. Perfect poison. That's about how far away from us we want to drop him. Flame Breath, watch out for it.
I challenge you.
You're going to have a CC phase here soon. CC. Use any pulls you might have.
Sharper still.
Alright, next room, go ahead and eat. No more pulls.
You're seeing things.
And dodge.
Protected.
Pick our friends up.
Back on my feet. Thanks to you.
You're mine.
Okay, coconuts can happen at any moment. In fact, I think this is coconuts.
Knowledge is power.
Good job on those coconuts. Watch Flame Breath. Get ready. CC, use any pulls you might have.
Talents. Protected.
Maybe I was
SYG,
all along.
Sharper still.
go ahead and eat my next room. Make sure we're picking people up.
This is getting serious. Deep trouble there.
Tantrum, dodge.
Fast as the
That really just happened. Try and pick me up. Watch the Flame Breath.
Sharp blades, sharp mud.
And a fat finger to dodge. Coconuts are soon. You don't... Dodge?
This is getting serious. You barely stand.
Make sure we're picking people up. Try to avoid giving stability. We're getting feared. Alright, let's go ahead and GG. Our DPS looks much better there. We did one less shroom, and we were at the same percent. So good job. For pulls, you'll pretty much want to use them off cooldown, unless you know... Actually, Mesmer... Is Curtain a 5-target pull, or is it unlimited? Okay. So that's going to be the 5 closest targets. So like for example, when we're in between heart and square, let's say we're over here at star, and our mushroom is, or our slugling is over there on square, you're free to pull. That's pretty much the only other time that you're free to pull, because you just don't want to pull our friend. But we can be much more aggressive with our focus pulls, or axe pulls. We just want to make sure we're cleaving them down. Because you'll notice during our last loop, the slubs are getting super out of hand. And that's what's just randomly giving you a bunch of conditions and downing us. We'll do a couple more pulls and then I might change our strategy.
It's displeased.
I wield great wisdom.
And dodge.
Someone's stacking bleeding on me, I don't know how.
Are you down? Fixate, come to where I am. Watch out, because Flame Breath's about to happen. Fixate changed. Watch this Flame Breath.
I chose you.
CC.
Sharper still.
Good pulls. Alright, Shroom 1, go ahead, or Shroom 2, go ahead and eat. Watch the Flame Breath.
This is serious.
Alright, we're looking alright. You'll want to bring it closer to the wall next time. Because we'll want to eat as soon as that's up. Try not to stand in that poison ring. CC. Don't stand in that poison, it hurts quite a lot.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
Next room, go ahead and eat. We won't be able to save him. Let's go ahead and GG. So you'll want to drop it a little bit further behind us. And it does need to be up against the wall.
Got confused because I was supposed to eat the shroom at the same time.
No worries. If I'm ever yelling, next room needs to eat, and you have poison, just ignore me. Go deal with your poison first. I'm paying attention to a lot of things in the fight, and sometimes I don't see that. Yes, it will immediately drop it. And then it's dropped in front of us where we want to stand, and it's really bad. Okay, we're going to avoid this tantrum. And dodge. I saw everyone get out of it, but somebody ran back into it, which is an improvement. Okay, fixate. I see you backpedaling. I want you literally turning around and running. Yeah.
I don't want to get too close to Slub because I'm using staff and it will bounce into.
Well, this is exactly where we want to keep him. CC? SYG? I just dropped poison behind us. Next room, go ahead and eat. And dodge. Watch the flame breath. Okay, fixate. Our fixates are moving really slow. When you're fixated, I don't want you damaging the boss until he's in the correct position. CC?
I was the illusion all along. Never saw it coming.
SYG. Good job. Next room, go ahead and eat. Tantrums.
Search and rescue.
Watch this flame breath.
Maximum pain.
Okay, you're done eating. Coconuts, dodge, and dodge.
From desert heat. Reflection.
Back on my feet. Thanks to you.
Good pulls. If we have any more pulls, try to pull them into us.
I chose you.
Okay, get ready to CC.
Blend your seed.
Don't eat yet. SYG. Okay, now go ahead and eat. And dodge. Fixate, we need to be moving faster. This is going to be poisoned here soon. Coconuts, dodge.
I died right in front of him.
Try and res people.
Protected.
Dodge this. Fury rising.
Okay, that's enough. Don't need to move them anymore. Just DPS. Fixate changed, you can get behind him. CC, but don't CC our shrub friend. SYG. Okay, fixate.
Never saw it coming.
That is me. Coconuts.
Serious.
Oh no.
I was in some deep trouble.
I was too far away.
Help me. Hurry. Search and rescue.
Watch this flame breath. Alright, we're gonna have another CC phase here. CC. SYG.
Dust to death.
My next room, just go ahead and eat one mushroom.
I am down, so someone's gonna have to do it.
Dodge that.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Dodge this.
Come to where I'm standing. Just DPS the boss. Just DPS the boss. Watch the flame breath.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
Good job.
That got spicy at the end.
How does everyone feel about Slothosaur? Personally, I would put that as the hardest Heart of Thorn boss. It's either that or the next, or the last boss of the swing.
Quite clear, Rick.
Alright, go ahead and follow me.
Oh no, I didn't see him.
Go into the Ley Rift to the Cave Stash. And then there is a chest on Arrow. Hopefully it has your guys' ectoplasmic residue. And you just take the same Ley Rift back to the exit.
You said go to the cave stash first?
Yeah, it'll get if you're working on Envoy 1.
Oh, sorry.
Otherwise, it has like very menial loot. That's probably not worth your time. Unless you want more Imperial fragments. Alright, so go ahead and follow me. Why does Slothosaur breathe fire?
Dragon
Think
magic
about it.
bullshit.
Yeah. Why does eating a mushroom turn us into slublings? Are these questions we want to know the answers to? I don't. The thought of a sloth that breathes fire is something that haunts me in my nightmares.
Wait. Your sloths don't breathe fire?
I hope not. Oh god. This is why I don't go outside. It's scary out there. Alright, so make sure we kill all these guys here.
Beautiful blend of talents.
Alright, and then we take a bomb, use it on the jump pad, and then don't run onto that bridge, or it will start the encounter. So, this next boss, and I use boss very lightly, because it's more of an open world encounter. It's super simple. Sub 1 is going to drop down.
Losing somebody.
Yep, that's fine.
It's okay, I screwed up. I'm just gonna let them kill me, reset it.
What do you mean?
Oh, I
No,
meant
like
that sushi.
Oh,
left.
you died?
Yeah, I did. I dropped out of my glider early.
Oof.
Yeah, it's okay.
I think we might need to GG to get you to respawn. We'll just GG. Because there's a sniper that just shoots us persistently.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Someone dropped out as well. I think the guy-
Yeah, it was our LFG person who was on banners. If you guys didn't make that, you have to take the jump pad. Clear out any of those, or let's drop down and help them clear out these bandits that respawn. Okay, so sub 1, you are going to drop down and just kill dudes in that area. Sub 2, you're going to follow me. We're going to be going around this bridge, killing any snipers that we respawn. We're going to then head over there. 2 people will pick up oil barrels. We're going to head over to this bridge there, traverse over there, use your weapon swap to drop the barrel. 1 throws the barrel, and it's a special tool that will help us later. Once we kill that, the people with barrels are going to glide over to square, weapon swap to drop them, and then they're going to drop us at where Arrow is supposed to be, down there at the gate. Sub 1, kill dudes. Once dudes are dead, mash your face into Arrow, and like literally run into that wall. Sorry. The other thing that you're going to do is... Actually, no, just mash your face into Arrow. Once all the snipers that lose line of sight of us, they're just going to like run down the stairs and we're going to beat them all up. Once that they are all dead, we'll gather beehives, place them around us at Arrow, and then the next boss will, or the first boss will spawn. This boss has a bee allergy, and so we are going to throw bees at him like any jerk would. And it's going to automatically CC him, and it's going to increase his damage dealt. After that, we're going to go back to clearing out minions. Depending on how our DPS during Berg, or the first boss, there might be little saboteurs that spawn in from the north and the south entrance. What they do is they run up to the cage, plant a bomb, and then that bomb blows up, kills the cage, and we lose, or probably lose, depending on the cage's health. So all that needs to be done is you let them walk up to the cage, start planting the bomb, and they'll get a CC bar, and you just CC them, and then they forget that they're saboteurs, and they go back to being a normal villain. Alright, and then after a decently long while of us clearing minions, we're going to meet up at Circle. Is our banners and voice call? I don't know if they joined us.
Doesn't look
Yeah,
like
I
they
didn't
joined
hear
yet.
them ping.
Oh, they're Bladesworn banners. Ugh.
Well, the last one was Bladesworn and banners too. That seems to be a very popular thing right now.
It's better and worse. They don't get maces in offhand, so that means that their CC is horrible. I'll ask the banners to take the jump pad out and deal with mortars that spawn. The reason you ask banners for this is that they're typically good at CC, but they're also not really that. They're like Druid 2.0, where they just get all the mechanics that the Druid can't deal with.
Like they're going to get into voice chat. Oh,
I'm a little nervous that they say no, they're not new, but they don't know where the Wing 2 portal is.
I think they were just confused when you said that we're in Raid 1.
Oh, okay. Anyway, after we kill Zane at Circle, we're gonna clear more bosses out. Meet up at Heart when I let you or tell you guys to. I need a ranged DPS to volunteer to be over at Square, and you are going to be throwing oils on the last boss, Nutella, who has a leaky flamethrower. All you're gonna do is you'll throw 2, wait about 10-ish seconds, and then you're gonna throw the other 2. And then everyone else's job is to survive. This boss summons fire tornadoes. Just don't stand on them. They suck a lot. They'll spin you around and do a lot of damage to you, and are just genuinely unfun to be in. If he says no, I'll need a volunteer for mortars. It's super easy.
You do need a pretty good amount of CC though.
Alright. Any volunteers for mortars? All that's going to happen is mortars will spawn from the far east. At some point I will tell you to take a jump pad out. You'll just jump out, wait for them to start setting up their mortar, at which case you'll CC them and then run back in. If you don't
Oh,
CC them
our
in time,
Warrior started the fight.
they
gonna GG
started
really
the fight
quick.
already.
if you don't CC them in time, you just have to full kill the mortar. And then that's really it.
Liliana?
I'm letting him kill me. Oh, you got. I see.
You
I'm
just
sorry.
type GG.
I am so sorry.
No worries.
You can do it while you're down. too.
It's /GG. There you go.
Sorry, when I said I was new, I really am.
No worries. Stab does work for the tornadoes, but they strip your stability very quickly. So that's why I just generally tell people to avoid standing in them. They also do follow somebody, so if you notice that a tornado's following you, just don't stand with stack.
Are you kidding me? There's a sniper on us still.
Yep.
Ah!
But it's fine. We'll do a ready check and then we'll get this really simple boss started. Alright, remember sub 2, follow me, everyone else go downstairs. I didn't change my skills out. Should be fine. In fact, it will be fine. And then follow me. I'll use weapon swap to drop the oil keg. If you have any bombs, you can throw it at any minion you'd like, but make sure that you don't throw it near the cage. Everyone else that doesn't have a keg, just head over to arrow. Drop it there, follow me, and we're mashing our face into arrow. Come on, come on, let's go. And I want you literally running in there.
Sharper still.
Alright, kill them out. Go collect beehives, place them near arrow. Just so that we can easily access them. And then I will throw the beehives.
Protected.
Alright, just kill things. Our next boss spawns in roughly 10 seconds. Is that 7 or 650? $654. Alright, come to where I am.
I wield great wisdom.
Alright, and just beat up on Berg. Just do full raid rotations. There is nowhere else to use your DPS in this fight, except on these guys.
Come here. Feel my wrath.
A sapper up!
And I'm feared. Just so you see him. Nice. Sorry, I went to deal with the mechanic and then I just got feared out of it. Alright, make sure we're clearing enemies. We have about 30 seconds for the next boss spawns. Mortars are gonna happen here soon-ish. I'll let you know when to go up.
Grabbing another oil cake.
Make sure we're killing, we're still getting dudes. You guys are over there like 20 seconds early. Alright, start heading over there.
Protected.
And we want to get as close to circle as we can. Mortars are here. I was late on calling them out. You'll have to full kill them. That is my apologies. Dodge the mortar. It hurts. Just stay here. Don't follow the boss.
Search and rescue.
Help me, please.
He'll teleport to us, and we want to get him away from that cage. Our mortar friend. Who volunteered for mortars?
I don't think anybody did.
Alright. Scout Matt, run out there and kill the mortars. And I need somebody, or the other Willbender to go with them.
Let me find. I need to take the jump pad out.
Yep.
Sharper still.
Make sure we're killing Zane. Alright, good. Now let's go ahead and clear out the remaining guys.
There's a saboteur.
You guys
out
are fine, just come back. Get away from the cage. We don't want minions to cleave it. So please get away from the cage. Make sure we still kill that bandit on it though.
coming in.
Alright. Wait for him to get a CC bar, and then you CC him. And now he's done. Alright. We don't need to worry about those guys anymore. I need somebody to throw. And just have it land on her. Don't worry about sappers or saboteurs anymore. The bees will be CCing them.
I'm getting sniped.
DPS her. Throw the remaining kegs.
I'm down. I can't.
My cannon people
I'm
come
down.
back.
Oh,
Alright.
and our banner slave left.
Alright. Let's go ahead and GG. Could have gone better. Imagine joining a training and then leaving after one pull.
Causing 1 GG, not joining comms, and then. Ah, okay.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Alright, so I'm going to designate some people. Who here has decent CC? Alright. Vez, I will have you be my mortar person. That's fine. Nar, I will have you do oils.
Okay.
Alright, and honestly we can 5 or 9-man this, so we'll just do a pull upon ready. here we go.
Fury rising.
Kill the invaders, and then kill the prisoners. They know too much. Slice them apart. Everyone dies. You're going down.
Kill the sniper.
Another.
Grab the cake, which I can't grab in CA form.
Snipers, Jesus Christ.
Protect.
You really
Yeah.
fucking hate me.
Guys, just run over to Arrow, pick our friends up, and literally mash your face in here.
Compromised.
I am mighty.
Protected.
Nice. And then we can kill those guys. Sayu, thank you for the follow. How are you doing, bud? Make sure to grab beehives.
Enemy coming from the north.
Another.
Oh, you jumped out there a little early. I like the enthusiasm.
I know, I was
Alright,
going
killed
for
this
Beehive.
guy.
I wasn't one of your...
Oh, okay.
I was Beehive late, not...
Let's kill Bird.
You're seeing things.
Glorious combination of skill. Sharper still. I wield great
Your
wisdom.
mind will betray you. Maybe I was the illusion all along. Surrender.
And we're doing alright. So now we can spread out and kill anything. Alright, mortars will be spawning in about 10 seconds. Mortars are here. You can go ahead and take the jump pad out.
Oh shit. I took it a little early. There it is.
How's that feel? Enemy coming from the north.
Alright, now follow me. Set up on circle.
Come here.
And I just CC, right?
You'll CC them once they have the CC bar.
Sharp blade.
And then you can just come back. When you come back, if you can open that cage up on Spiral.
That's refreshing. Fury rising. Another. Blade storm. Feel my wrath.
Go, go!
You're seeing things.
Next mortar is here.
Sharper still.
Oh my gosh, the CC is real.
Spare no one.
Maximum pain.
Make sure we kill him. Try to avoid standing in the crystal shotgun attack.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
Good job. And we'll just kill the rest of these guys. Clear out the ones by the cage
History is
first.
mine.
I need somebody else head out there and help with cannon or mortars. Alright, and then here's the cool part about having a bunch of beehives.
I couldn't
Because
get
we
the
can
second
just-
one in time.
Alright, set up for Narella.
I can manage.
Enemies to the south.
You don't need to worry about saboteurs. Guys, we should be on Narella. DPS are down.
Structural integrity. Protected. Compromised.
Don't stand in the napalm because it actually does hurt you as well.
Search and rescue. I could use a hand over here. Through.
So it's just kind of a game of stay alive. And she should burn to death. Or not. She's not standing in the fire anymore. Let's go ahead and GG.
Yeah, sorry, I missed one of the oil kegs.
Yeah, we were also down a DPS. But good job.
Is Ares in voice chat with us?
I do not believe that they are.
History is mine.
And they're gonna get the fight. Right.
Alright, we'll just continue.
Kill the invaders. Protect and then kill the prisoners. They know too much. No loose ends. Everyone dies.
Excuse me. Does anyone have any questions on this fight? I know you guys are probably sick of it by now. Mash your face into arrow. If you're ever taking too much damage, just run into arrow. They actually cannot hit you there.
Search and rescue. Sharp blade, sharp mind.
Alright, I will go get the kegs. We're about to have a party going. What's up, Clam? How are you doing? Training's going alright. Sloth went really smooth. Trios proving to be a little bit of a struggle. Alright. And here is Berg.
Another.
Maybe I was the illusion all along.
Try not to move out. A lot of these bosses are weak to like things that we set up, and we're moving them out of it. For example, anytime those shockwaves go off, it means that he's not on top of the bees.
Beautiful blend of talents.
Enemies coming from the north.
But good job. Keeps moving my beehives. If anyone wonders why I keep setting up beehives there, is the bees actually CC things. And so while we're dealing with Norella, I don't want anyone near that cage because a tornado could be on top of it. So I just throw beehives on top of the cage, which will automatically CC anything there while the bees are up. Make sure we're still killing things. Alright, and now let's head over to Circle. Good job on that mortar. Not mortar. And we'll want to be over on Circle, because he teleports around and we don't want him to shotgun the cage. Here is Zane from One Direction.
Spiral cage is done.
Awesome.
If I recall, Zane is weak to dogs, right?
Weak is like a
So
yes
they'll
and no. They
attack
just
him.
attack him. Stay over here and he'll teleport to one of us. See. The dogs just help us DPS him down.
Enemies coming from the north. I'm neither here nor there.
Mortar is here.
I might not reach it in time.
That's fine, you just have to full kill it.
Let's finish this.
Make sure we're clearing out these guys.
I only have to kill the mortar, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I will go ahead and do oils. If somebody wants to throw bees on the cage when Norella spawns, just 2 works. Set up Norella is here.
More coming from the east.
I need somebody to head out there and help with all these mortars.
Beehives are down. They're down.
Get set up for Norella.
I'm neither here nor there.
That's refreshing.
I want you all over on Norella.
Slice them apart.
Dust to
I
dust.
can manage.
Sand to sand.
Sharper still. Knowledge is power.
Move it. Go. Go.
Fury rising.
And she is dead.
Rejoining the fight.
So,
Along with the raid squad. Alright. And that,
Where's
can I have the like?
You would have ended up like the others if you hadn't come. What do you mean? There's more of us, along with a soldier they brought here. Where
Oh.
were they taken? To the north. Here. No one they've taken there has ever returned.
Fury
We
rising!
cleared a path to the outside of the compound.
If it makes you feel any better, Trio's kind of a fight that no one really takes seriously. Like, nobody looks at logs for it, even though it exists. I don't think I've ever uploaded a Trio log. So what you'll do is you'll take that jump pad on arrow back up here, and then you just take the updrafts. And then on arrow, there's another chest for you guys. If anyone's like really worried about their Envoy 1 collection, I will get it after the training. I'll show you guys where it is. That way we don't hold up everyone who doesn't need it.
What is that?
A dozen raids and I still haven't gotten ectoplasmic.
Ooh.
This is rectal.
I've done like no raiding this week. Make sure we kill these guys here. Alright, so for this next boss, I just want to preference and say you're going to get chain grooved. And what I mean is you're going to go do a mechanic, and you might take a bullet on the back on the way to the mechanic. And then you're going to get up, finish doing that mechanic, come back, and then you have to do the same mechanic sometimes. Don't worry about it. It's a very chaotic and frustrating fight. For the person dying, just GG.
I think we got.
You
Okay.
can join us. But I just want to I just want to say, don't worry about it. Don't get frustrated in this fight. In my opinion, this is not a very well-designed fight.
A wonderful combination.
I wield great wisdom.
Alright, and now we're going to backtrack. And then I'm going to pull something up while you guys kill out the rest of these guys. And don't walk into the boss room. Like, don't go up the stairs yet.
Maybe I was the illusion all along.
Because I am pulling up your guys' raid handouts. I hate doing this, but it works really well for this boss. Because it has like 30 mechanics and they change every 20%. Alright, your guys' raid handout is in the NALFG.
Again, I don't know if Ares is in our Discord.
It says join if you're new. They didn't join, so that's completely fine. I don't need everyone in the voice call.
Okay.
I don't know why I walked in first. Anyway.
Do I need my parents' permission to sign this handout?
For my mesmers, I want you guys to take feedback loop.
Just feedback, right?
Just feedback. We'll let our guardians not use wall of reflection. Although at the heal brand, you don't need wall of reflection. You'll have Tome 3. So, welcome to Matthias. He's an elementalist, and because he's an elementalist, he has. No, he actually doesn't. He has 4 different phases, one for each element, except Earth.
Well, clearly Earth is just all the other elements combined.
Adina would get mad at you for that. Anyway, Let me pull it up on stream. Okay. So let me start with the phases that he does constantly. There is always going to be corruption, and there is always going to be a sacrifice mechanic. Well, the sacrifice fails in the last, or doesn't happen in the last phase. What corruption is... Actually, let me get back to corruption, because I think it's best explained with Well of the Profane. Sacrifice mechanic is somebody is going to get chosen to get sacrificed in that center of the room right there where that bloodstone is. When they're chosen to get sacrificed, they become a member of the enemy team, get 100,000 hit points, and they have a break bar. We will want to make sure to break bar them. I know 100,000 health sounds like a lot, but believe me, it goes through very fast when 8 DPS are standing on top cleaving the heck out of them. So make sure you don't kill your friends. Any questions on the sacrifice mechanic? Alright. The other mechanic that happens constantly that isn't in here is going to be the invulnerability shield. At some point the first thing he's actually going to do when we run at him is he is going to put up a purple dome over himself that makes him immune to all forms of damage. And then he is going to point his staff at somebody and fire it like a machine gun. The reason I asked everyone to bring feedback is you're going to drop it on top of Matthias, so that way it reflects the bullets right back at him and breaks his shield. Don't be inside the purple dome during this time, so that way feedback works correctly. All my guardians, you're also welcome to use... I don't remember the Tome 3 skill, but there's a reflect in Tome 3 to reflect. If at any point we lose somebody who can't, or all of our people who can't reflect, then it is a wipe because we won't be able to damage the boss. Chapter 3, there we go. Any questions on the reflex?
Drop it right on him, or...
Yep,
slightly
drop
ahead
it
of
right
him?
over him.
So something I don't quite recall, does the reflex happen through all of the phases or just the first 3?
All phases.
Okay.
In the last phase it looks different. So now let's get to his actual phases. In phase 1, he is attuned to water. This means that there's icy patches around the room that damage you if you step in them. They can only be gotten rid of with fire damage, however, just don't step in them and it's fine. The passive mechanic is you're going to constantly be getting chilled in this fight. My healer friend, make sure you have plenty of Condi cleanses, because there's lots of Condis in this fight. The attack that he gets is called Hadouken. If you've seen a Staff Mirage, dodge and use Staff 1, it's the exact same animation where he does a little staff twirl and then a Confusion Bolt fires out of the center. That's Hadouken. In phase 2, he now loses all of those skills and picks up his fire skills. Instead of icy patches around the room, it's those same fire tornadoes that Nutella had in the last encounter. Don't touch them. They hurt a lot. They CC you. They are not fun. The passive mechanic, don't worry too much about this. Just don't stand still in DPS, but you're not really going to be standing still in this fight because there's a lot going on. Now, for Well of the Profane. Well of the Profane, what it means is somebody is going to get a AoE damage circle around them, and it moves with them. What you need to do is take it to a well around us. Once you step into this well, it's going to make the pool black and icky. Additionally, if you don't have the Raid Mastery Forsaken Thicket Waters. Yeah, Forsaken Thicket Waters. When you enter this pool, you'll get stunned. Not that big of a deal, it's just really unfun. Again, I don't think it's that well designed of a fight. So where people get confusion is for the overall mechanic. Now I will explain corruption. Corruption is exactly the same thing as Slothosaur poisons. So how to distinguish which one to do. Do you have a special action key? If yes, take it to a wall and activate your special action key. If not, take it to a well. And this is for when you get some form of skull over your head. They have different skulls, but in the middle of the fight, it's hard to tell the difference. Does this make sense? Also, Well the Profane happens the whole fight now. I might have mixed up their two of them names, but just know if special action key, take it to a wall. If not, take it to a well. Does this make sense?
Yep.
All right. Moving on to phase 3 is the water phase. Instead of fire tornadoes, we now have storm clouds, which orbit around the room. They hurt more than fire tornadoes, but they don't CC you. But seriously, if you stand in this for like a second and a half, you will go downstate and die. The passive mechanic is a slip and slide. Moving will give you a stacking or a debuff at 10 stacks. It gets cleansed, and you get you slip and fall. But at 5 stacks if you have the poison. Once again, it's real easy to get chain griefed in this mechanics. Time Bomb is 4 people will get Time Bomb, and you will have to spread out. It's the exact same thing as Whisper of Jormag, if you've done that one. One bit of advice, if you're spreading out, and you notice that you're at like 9 stacks, just like sidestep like this, so that way you slip and fall while you're just waiting there. Healbrand, if you could bring Stand Your Ground, it's really useful in the last phase. Speaking of the last phase, once we get him to 40%, he's going to OD on Bloodstone Magic and become a roided out version of himself. All the mechanics, he will cycle between all 3 phases at whichever he pleases, and all the tells for his attacks are now more grand. Time Bomb will also now affect every person in the raid. Any questions? Don't worry too much about knowing everything. There's a lot going on, and we are not going to be one-pulling this. Alright, here we go. Or what? Never mind, we're waiting on him. Now, here we go. Okay, Reflex.
Protected.
Corruption, take it to a well. Corruption to a well. That was Hadouken. Okay, a friend is about to get sacrificed. CC them. CC then res. You should be CCing right now. We almost killed them. Try and stay still or grouped up because he runs to the furthest person away. Corruption, take it to a well. I want you guys all paying attention. Reflex. Good on the reflex. I want you all paying attention to which wills are open. That way you know which well to run to if you get corruption. He's now going to gain a backflip attack. Jump.
Knowledge is power.
Get ready to CC our friend. CC them. Pick our friends up. Reflex. Good job. Watch out for these fire tornadoes. Poison, take it to an edge. Make sure to not drop it over a well, or it's fire through a group. Watch the fire. I did not watch the fire.
I chose you. Search and rescue.
Reflex. Please. There we go.
Somebody's got.
Make sure we're picking our friends up. Jump. Watch this tornado. It's through group.
A wonderful combination.
Alright, it's slip and slide phase. Come over to me. Reflex. CC our friend. CC our friend. Do not be rezzing. CC them. We lost them. That is unfortunate. Watch the storm cloud. The storm cloud hurts a lot.
Barely.
Spread out. We should be picking our friends up. Corruption, take it to a well. There's a well near us. Reflex. Spread out. Watch this storm cloud. CC our friend. CC our friend. Please do not be beating them up, but we need to be CCing them. Alright, let's go ahead and GG. Any questions on what we saw? You guys did pretty well. Yeah, we do need a little more CC. Let me drop barrel. Take there. That spreadsheet looks scary. Yeah, it's really kind of... I don't like teaching it with the spreadsheets, but...
Some people are reading learners.
Do you think the spreadsheet helped you guys? I'm curious.
It was good for me, but then again, you've run me through this once, so it was a good refresher.
Okay. Oh, someone attacked the boss. Is our Mesmer ready? We'll just
Yes.
continue on with it. Watch the Hadouken. I did not watch the Hadouken. Res friends.
Protected.
Such an
CC, CC, CC. Don't kill them, CC them. We're getting very close to killing them. Reflex. Good job. Backflip, jump. CC our friend. Take it to a well. I don't want you CCing. If you have a mechanic, go deal with it. It's on everyone else to deal with. Reflex.
glorious combination of skill.
I wield great
Hey, what happened there?
He did not reflect enough. Use reflex if you have them. No. Okay, don't use any reflex. Wait till he starts doing the machine gun attack. That's corruption. It needs to go to a well. Reflex. CC, CC, CC. CC them. Nice. Hadouken.
I don't have enough time.
Jump.
Barely.
When he does a backflip, you will want to not be where it lands and try and jump, because a bunch of shards will shoot out. Alright, it's now fire phase. Tornado coming through group, watch out for it. Reflect.
Refreshing. I feel energized.
Get ready to CC our friend. CC. I got the res on them, don't worry. Try and res this person. Reflex, good job. Alright, we are way too spread out right now.
History is mine.
That's part of the reason people keep going down, is that they're not getting healing from everyone spread out. CC our friend. Okay, that's... We dropped in the center. Watch this tornado, it's coming through group. Reflex. That's corruption, take it to a well. You dropped it on a well. Let's go ahead and GG. Alright.
You must have been talking to somebody else, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. We are gonna bring out the Heal Scourge. Don't feel bad. This and Slothosaur I usually Heal Scourge just because it's really nice. I know some people feel bad about Heal Scourge, but literally don't. Even Snowcrows runs Heal Scourge on this during their speed clears. Alright, so I need to do some swapping. Out of curiosity, do any of my Virtuosos have Staff Mirage geared? It is like best in slot here, but I understand if you don't want to play it. Okay, awesome. Let me check out boons real quick. I swap characters so I can't see the boons. Alright. We will give it another pull.
Your time has come again, lost soul.
That's fine. Alright, here we go. Reflex. If you ever wonder what's the... take that to a well, who he targets with it, he targets the first person to walk up the stairs. CC our friend. Oh, this feels so weird. This is my first time running Scourge with my new setup. Good job, Reflex. Jump. CC our friend. Good job. That's poison. Take it to an edge. It's poison. Take it to an edge. Oh, I tried to.
You're finished.
Oh, let's make sure we're taking poisons to an edge. Poisons to the edge. CC our friend.
Barriers, now.
Guys, we gotta be CCing. Reflex.
I wield great wisdom.
Good job.
I don't think well on the ground.
That's corruption. Take it to a good well. One second. Sorry, someone was talking to me. Alright, we're looking good. Watch out for the storm crowd. Everyone spread out. Reflex.
And he really doesn't like me.
You were the first person to walk up to the room. CC our friend. Oh, we did not CC in time.
Feel my wrath. I wield great wisdom. Barriers, now.
I require assistance.
Uh-oh.
I don't think well on the ground.
Rise and serve.
History is mine.
Reflex. Get ready to CC our friend. CC them. CC them. Nice. Sorry, I have to use way too much of my brain power because I don't play this class. If my callouts are late. Reflex. Spread out. Oh. You ran back into me. CC then res, CC then res, CC then res. We cleave them dead.
Help me, please.
Excellent timing. Pain everywhere.
The compact is sworn.
Reflex. Needs to be in his hitbox. It looks like it still went off. Watch these storm clouds.
Rise and serve.
Jump. Alright. We are about to get feared. CC our friend if we can.
Sand, shield us.
We did not. It was unfortunate it happened as we phased. We have no more sacrifice mechanics. Pick our friends up. Alright, the tells are now different, and there is now a running person that might blindside us. Alright, that's Hadouken.
Pain everywhere.
Barriers, now.
That's Reflex. Wait for him to do it again when he jumps up in the air. That is now the machine gun attack. Everyone spread out.
Fully functional. Maximum pain.
Alright, let's go ahead and GG. What I'm using on Heal Scourge? Yeah. I think I'm just in full Plague Doctors. Like, it's the most safest Heal Scourge that there ever was. Or sorry, Shamans. Don't take what I'm running as like the way to play this class. I have... No, I have 87 hours on Scourge. It says I have that many. It would surprise me if I had 20. Alright. Did anyone have any questions in that final phase? You have now seen the entire boss.
Seems like we need a bit more CC.
Yeah, let me
First ones were really good, though.
check our CC. It just looks like we have some people that aren't CCing, is what I'm seeing. So just make sure that you are CCing. Not going to point names, but our blue classes are lacking in the CC department. Alright, we will give it another poll. Good job on this first reflect. Take that corruption to a well. Watch Hadouken. You are about to get sacrificed. CC. Good job. You'll want to try and stay still as best you can. Reflex. We have a CC. CC them. Good. Our CC is looking a lot better. Tornado through group. Careful of it. Reflex. Corruptions in group, take it to a well. I'm about to get CC'd.
The moose!
Oh!
Fast as the wind.
That was deeply unfortunate. Try and get me up, and this is savable. No, let's go ahead and GG. I literally got out of Shard into a fire tornado. And somebody died with corruption right on top of me. Oof. How are you guys liking this boss in comparison to the other ones? This is my least favorite boss.
This one is way too RNG dependent. 70% skill, but 30% if you get a bad pull, you're fucked.
I heckin' love Matthias. Oh. Alright, here we go. Corruption off group. Hadouken. CC. Good job.
Maybe I was the illusion all along. Fully functional.
Feel my wrath.
Corruption in group. Reflex. Oh, he aimed that one at no one.
You're seeing things.
Jump. Please, you guys not getting hit by that. You ready to CC our friend? Take that to a well. In fact, I'm going to start doing this. Okay, watch out. There's a reflex. Group or tornado through group. My words are not working today. Jump. Oh, let's move away from that. Out of the poison. Out of the poison. Watch this fire tornado. That's gonna lawnmower the group.
That feels better.
Get ready to CC our friend.
Sharper still.
Good job. Reflex. There's one at arrow for you. Jump.
You're finished.
Get the two corruptions, one right after the other.
Yeah. We're gonna have a sacrifice soon. We're phasing. Spread out. Watch that tornado or storm cloud through group. CC our friend. Also reflex. CC, CC, CC. Nice. Spread out. Watch out for these storm clouds. They hurt quite a bit.
I'm neither here nor there.
Corruptions in group. Take it to a well. Reflex. Good job. Watch this storm cloud.
Fully functional.
Save our friend. Good job. Spread out. And then back in for healing.
See, open
Watch
pool.
this storm cloud. Watch the storm cloud. Watch the storm cloud.
As I'm gonna go down, I could not find the pool. I
Yep,
have
the pool's at arrow.
Actually, that one was found when I was.
That I'm just telling you how it is.
I require assistance.
CC our friend. Alright, group near me. We're about to get feared. Okay, nice. Alright, that's what jump shards look like.
Refreshing. I feel energized. I was in some deep trouble there.
That's Hadouken. Watch these running people. Reflect. Nice reflect. We need to, after this, group back up underneath him. Watch the running man. Watch the running man. I got the res.
Too strong to stay down. Sharp blade, sharp mind.
Come over to tag. Watch Hadouken. Watch this storm cloud. Watch storm cloud. It's near us. Running guy through us. Corruption off group. Go to a well. We are looking good. Reflex. Hadouken. Spread out. Watch out, there's a tornado coming near group. Make sure we're picking people up. We're looking good, guys. Everyone's still alive and we have 3 minutes till enrage. Spread out. Reflex. Good job. Watch this storm cloud. Spread out. Dodge. Hadouken. Running guy through group. I got the res. Good job. Whew. And that is wing 2. Everyone's least favorite wing.
Look at this. So pretty.
Oh, and I got a Ascended Mace. Welcome, Sayu, to the chat. How you doing? I think it was really dumb yesterday. I always clicked on the squad panel for the sacrifice. I totally didn't see that they're in the center of the room. Yeah, they're always beneath this shard right here. On the other hand, I can't tab. I never tab target to them. What I do is before that they're sacrificed, they usually kind of will just like back away from the group for whatever reason, and that's when I just try and click on them, and then I get ready to instantly CC them. All right, congratulations. If you still need your wing 2 thing, your mushroom cap, then you can follow me after this cutscene, which actually doesn't have any sound because half the cutscenes in Heart of Thorns are bugged.
Short-lived. They were eventually crushed, and their scattered remnants went into hiding.
I think it has half sound.
Fanatical followers.
I'm not hearing any of the dialogue.
Ever since.
Oh, it was only the beginning for me. The rest of it had audio. Way cool, it's somewhat fixed. If only ANET still cared about raids. For your Envoy 1, you just need to talk to one of these wells. And that's it. Did I say it to Sab? I think I said Maddie, but if you follow me, your last chest is right there. And then we'll go way back. While I upload the logs, actually. And then we'll trek through some pocket raptors.
I am mighty.
You don't need to kill these guys, you can just run past them.
Have enough energy.
And then you come over here. All the way by this ghost that we're about to spook.
Why are you doing this? What have we done?
And then there's a beehive up above us that you just smack. As somebody with longer range than 600 or 900, wow. And you just grab that beehive. And there you go. That's all your Envoy 2 achievements. Or Envoy 1 Wing 2 achievements. Alright, 4 logs. Let me go back to my desktop view. Upload Matthias. I'm not going to review a trio log. Open.
Moose, do you also want to drop in your 2 LFG so that we can see you go over it?
Yes, I was still uploading them.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. And there you go. Additionally, I will be streaming them if you want to tune in there to follow along, or you can click on them and follow along, whichever you prefer. So, Slothosaur, the first thing I'm going to look at are everyone's mechanics. Tantrum is whether or not you got hit by the temper tantrum. You want this to be pretty much 0. I'm embarrassed I got hit by one of them. The more you see it, the more comfortable you will be with it, but 4 is a little high, especially because it means you got hit by the first one. And the first one you really should be able to dodge because you always know it's coming. Moving on to poisons, that's how many times you got the special action key. Poison damage is how many times you stood in poison. So just be more mindful of where you stand. Don't worry about how many times you got the special action key. It's completely random. One thing I will look at, because that's a lot of poison damage, is I'm going to go into my combat replay, put it on times 16 speed, and we're just going to see where our poisons were dropped. So far, so good. Going back a little bit, who was that? Forever ran pretty far back to drop that. You don't. It's fine. I'm just saying you don't need to run that far back to drop it.
I do the exercise.
Right where my mouse is showing is probably where I would have dropped it, if even just right there. Just because you know we're going to be moving very quickly, so you don't need to run that far back. But it's not like, oh no, we're going to wipe because of that. It's just you have a high chance of dying, is the only reason I bring it up. Viz, thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Continuing, somebody went down and dropped it there. I think that's where a lot of our poison damage was, because so far they've looked clean.
I think that was me towards the end, because I got it and I was trying to run to the wall and I got hit by, I want to say, a tantrum or something that dropped me right in front of everybody. I tried to call it out in Discord too.
Totally fine. Yeah, our poisons look great. Good job. Breath is whether or not you got damaged by the breath attack. Let me see. The people that at high amounts, you weren't fixated an abnormal amount of time, so just watch where you're standing. You could have been in front of the boss, or the person with Fixate could have just been in group. But just be a little more mindful of it. Shakes is how many instances of those coconuts you took. Usually like 4 or less means you just got hit by like one instance of it, whereas like 10 plus means you got hit by multiple of the large or the full shake. So just be mindful of it. I know I ran out of my second dodge and wasn't able to get into Slothosaur, that's why I got hit by 3 of them. But shakes look good overall. Slub is how many times you turn into Slubling. Don't worry about the rest. Floor is how many times you took damage from the poison on the floor. As you get more experience, you'll want it to be lower, but really don't worry about it because I told everyone to dodge into poison. Alright. Next we'll move on to boons. For boons, might's a little low. Oh my god, my might's so low. Why is my might so low? Oh, because I didn't have Frost Spirit. Okay. Sub 1 might looks good. I noticed that Thrill is really low on might. Did you die at some point? Ah,
Towards the
that's
end of
not
the
what.
fight, yeah.
Well, let me just check where you were standing.
Yeah, it looks like Thrill was the first one to die.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me check your might in phase 1. Looks good. Phase 2. That's probably when you were a mushroom. 3. Yeah, okay, your might looks fine. Quickness. Mine's low, or sub 2's is low. Might have just been from chaos towards the end. And I got fixated, or poisoned quite a bit. Okay, I think I had 4 poisons. Maybe in the end of a different poll. Alright. Out of curiosity, forever, were you a slub?
No.
Okay, because your might in phase 1 is or not might, so your quickness in phase 1 is pretty low. So maybe just be a little more mindful. It was a lot better in phase 2. Was it because you ate a first tantrum? Let me see mechanics.
I was the one
No?
who ate, I was the only one who ate the first tantrum, it looks like.
Okay, so
You're dodging
just be a little
bad.
more mindful. At the start of the fight is the most important time to have quickness, because everyone, or to have all the boons, because everyone has their full cooldowns. But everything looks alright. Alacrity's a little low still. So for my boon classes, I would just advise practicing your rotation a little bit more. For my Mirage, are you taking any concentration gear?
No, I've got full Vipers.
I would recommend taking some concentration gear. The reason for that is Staff Mirage actually can't output full Alacrity without it. It can if you have Vigor and if you are like pretty much frame perfect on your rotation. So I always just recommend that people go into, I think it's Ritualist is the new one. You don't need all Ritualist, but I would recommend changing out some pieces. The more Ritualist you have, the easier it is going to be to upkeep Alacrity.
This is my Fractal build, and
Okay.
it's, yeah, might need to tweak it.
As for DPS, yeah, our DPS looks good. Yeah, not much to say about it, especially because we're missing banners. Any questions on Slothosaur? Alright, we'll move on to Maddie. Let's look at Matthias's mechanics. So, Shard Shoot is when he points it at, or points his staff at somebody and shoots a machine gun of bullets at them and they need to be reflected. This amount is just whether or not reflex happened on time. I'm not calling anyone out. Often people are doing mechanics when this happens, or there's a bunch of confusion, but this low amount of shard shoot's completely fine. Jump shard is when he jumps up and does a flip and a bunch of shards shoot out. You can dot or jump them. You just don't want to be underneath them when that staff hits, or you will go downstate. Our jump shards look alright. Tornado is that fire tornado. You want this to be as low to the ground as you can. Let me mute my server real quick. Next is Storm. We had a lot of people stand in Storm. Just be mindful because this one does hurt quite a lot. Well is... I always mix up. Okay. Well is the poison. Corruption is the AoE that needs to be taken to a well. That's why I mix them up. Well, I didn't have any wells to drop. Lucky me. Our well damage is a little high. I think at one point it got dropped on top of us, and then we had to move, but we adjusted fine. This isn't that big of a deal. Corruption is whether or not you got corruption. Corruption damage is how much damage you took from corruption. So it looks like with this high corruption, we had some people not realizing that they had the mechanic, or we were rezzing people with the mechanic. Sacrifice is whether or not you were chosen to be sacrificed. And CC end is whether or not it ended. And it looks like no one got sacrificed. Good job. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about the rest of this. I take it back, except for Spirit. 7 Spirit's pretty high. But the more you do this fight, the more comfortable you will be on it. It's pretty much just an awareness fight, where you have to be real comfortable on your rotation and just zoomed out. And oddly enough, you don't watch the boss too much in this fight. You watch everything else but the boss. And just know that your rotation's going to hit from practicing it a bunch. We'll move on to boons. Boons are usually kind of scuffed in this fight. Our might's looking good from all of our staff mirages. Fury looks good. Quickness looks a lot better. Good job to my quickness providers. Alacrity is a little low in sub 1, but once you get some concentration gear, I think that will help quite a bit. I think without 100% vigor uptime and without any concentration gear, the best a Mirage can do is like 85. And your vigor was only at 23%, which isn't like a boon that people commonly give out 5 man of. Sub 2, Alac looks pretty good, but we also did have like 2 Alac sources. So there's not too much to tell in there. Prot looks good. Good job, Revenant. DPS. Our DPS looks good. I will say, for anybody that was power, that this is very much a Condi fight, and you don't want to... it's very difficult to play power in this fight, but it can be done. Just because how much the boss is moving, and there's times where you can't be near the boss, and all that fun stuff. And he also never truly phases. Did anyone have any questions on Matthias? Let me see if anyone typed to me in chat. No, no one typed to me in chat, which is fine. Alright, if no one has any questions, then I will call the raid training here. Thank you everyone for coming. Any advice on my next wing for next week?
No, actually, I want Wing 3.
Wing 3? Okay, I can...
Can finish off my, Italy, so I can finish off my, Envoy 1.
Sounds good. I will say, make sure you bring all the stuff you need, because there's a couple
Yeah,
things that you need to bring before you even enter the wing, if you're looking for that. But yeah, I can try to do Wing 3 next week. I might try and do another Path of Fire midweek. I'll see how my finals go.
With I'm an instructor at a school, so yeah, I feel you at this point.
Alright. Thank you everyone for coming. Glad you had a good time.
Yep, thanks. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye!
Yeah, thank you so much for running that.
Yeah.
Is it usually, do these things usually start a little bit after 3, or?
No, they're supposed to start at 3. I had some tech issues, and then we had some people show up like 25 minutes late.
Okay, I was just curious because I typically work till 2 on Saturdays, but I want to keep signing up for these things. I can always message first thing if I know I'm going to be later, but usually 3 o'clock's okay.
I don't have any schedule to do any of the midweek, but when I do run them midweek, they're at 9 Eastern.
Oh, I meant on Saturdays. I'm so sorry.
Oh, on Saturdays.
But yeah, I'm probably going to be trying to get into all of these because I'd like to learn this stuff and get better. This is a lot of fun. Thank you for running.
Yeah, raiding's super fun, and it's way less intimidating than people think it is. I'm not lying when I would say this is probably like one of the hardest wings, especially at the beginner ones.
Yep, it was quite an experience for my first raid.
Oh, I always feel bad when someone's first raid is Slothosaur or like Largos or something, and then they just like never come back because they think that that's what raiding is.
Yeah, I think I did
Fair?
that. So
It was my first raid. Yeah, Moose brought me into this, and we actually managed to clear Matthias on my first ever raid.
Well, that happened here as well.
Yeah, this is my first raid ever in this game.
Well, congrats. Oh, since it is your first raid, you now have unlocked the raid mastery. I would recommend learning up to Forsaken Thicket Waters. Forsaken Magic isn't that big of a deal. It has very, very fringe use in Wing 3. But definitely at least get Forsaken Thicket Waters. So that way Matthias doesn't feel as bad as it did.
Yeah, getting stunned every time I went into the fountain was a little brutal.
Yeah. And like
But
you
yeah,
still
I
have
can-
corruption while you're stunned. I know it because I have it, or I don't have it on my EU alt.
Speaking of Wing 3, do you have leyline gliding?
On my main, yes.
If you're asking me, I have gliding fully unlocked.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need leyline gliding if you're joining me for Wing 3 next week.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
have
I
that unlocked.
physically can't take you to the last boss.
Is there any other masteries that I should have? Like I have gliding fully unlocked.
Leyline
which
gliding is a
leyline.
must for 3. Forsaken Thicket Waters is pretty much a must for 2. It's not a must, but it's super helpful. The last one is very fringe. Newhawk lore, where is it? Newhawk stealth detection. I forgot to mention this, but if you don't have that mastery, you can't see the bomber or the saboteurs.
Oh, I'm glad I have it. I got it because of the treasure. Treasure mushrooms in Dragon's End.
I don't have it on EU, and it makes it very difficult to lead trio. All right. If nobody has any other questions, I will be hopping on Discord.
Well, thank you so much for running that. Hopefully see you next week.
See you next week. Bye. All right. How's everyone in chat doing? So my plan normally is to stream until my static runs in like an hour. However, I do need to hop off and try and get a little bit of studying in. Or not an hour. We start at 6 my time, so 8 Eastern. I'll be streaming more then. I'll post it going live. But for now, let me go ahead and raid this small content creator. You guys might know him. His name is Muckluck. He streams every day on Twitch. Fantastic guy. Why don't you guys go ahead and head over there. Hopefully this raid worked.
As long as I don't mess up, I don't feel like I'm in too much danger, but oh my god. Hey, Moose!